I'm gonna give him a second. Bubba, hurry up!
Did you say shit? Yeah.
Sorry. Hey TOEFL unicorns! Welcome to part 2 for our TOEFL listening overview. Today, I'm gonna give you some tips for how to note take effectively on this section. Alright, let's do it! If you're not sure what to expect for this section, check out my video on a breakdown of it. But now, let's get to note taking. So, why should we take notes? Because note taking is an important skill for not just the TOEFL, but all tests and their listening sections. I don't think you can remember everything you hear. For the TOEFL, you have to listen to audios of 3 to 5 minutes of conversations or academic lectures. You will be asked questions about the main ideas of these audios, but also details and more details. So, how do you do it? Organize, organize, organize your notes. Also, during the TOEFL's listening section, you have what we call scratch paper. This just means a blank piece of paper for notes. If your testers don't give you scratch paper, ask, because they absolutely should. Anyways, how do you organize notes? Well, I'll show you. There are 2 ways to do this for the TOEFL listening section. Let's call these 2 different ways methods of note taking. Method A, notes for the conversations. Here, you have 2 people speaking to each other. So, you need to not only remember what you hear, but also who said it. So, label your people. In the audio, you'll be able to differentiate between the 2 people. So mark them person A and person B. Or man, woman. Or T for teacher and S for student. This way, when you get a question that asks about why the student asked a question, you can quickly look through the student's speech, ignoring a lot of the other speech, saving time. Because what is success on the TOEFL all about? Time and saving it. So overall, remember, it doesn't matter how you label your people, as long as you label the different speakers. Alright, so now method B. This is for the academic lectures. And usually there's only one person speaking for these, a professor. For this section, the information will be organized by topics or main ideas and details or sub-details. So, when you're taking notes, start at the beginning and write down the overall topic of the lecture. The speaker will say this in the first few seconds. For the rest of the lecture, you need to listen carefully, paying attention to which ideas are main ideas and which ideas are details. Let's look at a slide to see how we should do this. If you see here, my lecture topic is at the top. This is when the person starts speaking. Then I write my first main idea here. Under that, I write the sub-details, or the supporting details. And I mark these details by using bullet points. Dashes are fine too. And indenting them. And indenting means writing the information farther away from the edge of the paper. Then, when I get my next idea, I don't indent for the main idea, but I do for the sub-details. So basically, you repeat this process until the listening is over. Now notice 2 more things. I also draw lines to organize my main ideas even more. And as I am writing, I control myself and write on the left side of the paper in case I need to use the right for more. Okay. Why are these bullet points, indentions, and lines important? The questions they ask you go in order of the audio. So if your notes are in the same order, it is so much easier and quicker to find the information you need. Sometimes I get TOEFL students who come to me taking notes like this. Take a good look. Look familiar? Shit everywhere. The problem with that is it slows you down, so it takes you longer to find information. Here's a tip for organizing your notes, and it deals with those lines we mentioned previously. How do you know where to draw those lines? How do you know the difference between one main idea and the next main idea? Listen for transition words like next, after that, then, and finally. These are like red flags telling you, hey, we're moving on to another main idea. The TOEFL specifically is so well known for their use of transitions in the academic lectures. Alright, let's review some of our main points from today's listening overview. First, if you think you don't need to take notes, ignore that thought and take notes. Second, organize your notes. And remember, there's two ways to do this depending on the type of listening. There's the conversations, so label the different people speaking. And then we talked about method 2 for the academic lectures. Organize your notes by main ideas. And third, how do you know the difference between those main ideas? Transitions. Practice listening for transitions. Alright, keep watching, and I'm gonna post another tips video for listening soon. In the meantime, keep practicing by listening to as many TOEFL audios as you can, to academic materials like podcasts, TV shows, anything you can, and practice your note-taking with these materials. Thanks for watching, homeboys and homegirls. See you next time. Peace out.